Yo, what's going on guys? It's the Dr. Show here. So, you've been playing the Beast from Beyond, building the VENOM X Wonder Weapon, and you get up to this step. Most people are going with the YOLO approach so far, just clicking a random button, but if you get it wrong, you have to wait a round before trying again. And we all know how precious those rounds are when doing an Easter egg. But no need to fear, we've made it easy, or easy-ish. Trust me, the math we've been doing to solve this cheeky bugger was a lot worse than anything you'll have to do. Alright, just to clarify, there is 6 colors that you will potentially stumble upon when doing this step. There is red, green, blue, black, yellow, and white. Cool, now that that's out of the way, the first thing you need to do is find the value of X. Now this is easy, you just have to find the amount of buttons you have in the fuse box, so just write that down somewhere. Secondly, we need to find the value of W. This is the amount of each colored buttons you have in your fuse box. So, for example, a random set of 5 buttons, it could be like W equals 0 red, 2 green, 1 blue, 1 black, 1 yellow, and 0 white. Thirdly, we need to find the value of S. This is the number of different colors that are represented in the fuse box, so for that previous example, this would be 4. Now that we have those 3 values, we can start to figure out which button you need to press. Now, originally you had to plug these numbers into this, but I thought I'd simplify that a bit for you guys. This is our alternate guide, and I think it's a bit easier. We'll have it linked down in the description below. Alright, cool, so first what you want to do is get that X value you wrote down, and that tells you which set of code you have to read. So let's do an example. Say you had 4 buttons in your fuse box, so your X is 4. So we go into the X equals 4 section of the guide, and you have to start off at C1. So basically each line of code asks you a question about your colored buttons. If the answer is true, then the button specified in the brackets is the one you need to click in game. If the question is false though, you need to move on to the next line of code, which is C2. If the first 3 lines of code are false, then you will end up on C4, and there is no question this time, that's just the button you need to click in brackets. So yeah, I don't know if you got all that, but if you didn't, let's do another example. One that I had in my game. So I had this, it's on screen here. So I had button 1 was white, button 2 and 3 were green, button 4 was yellow, and the last button was blue. So 5 buttons meant X equals 5, and W was 0 to 1, 0, 1, 1. And there was 4 different colors, so my S equaled 4. So I navigated to X equals 5 on the cheat sheet and plugged in the results. So C1 asks if all of W is less than or equal to 3. None of the colors occurred more than twice, so W is actually less than 3, and thus the question is true. This means I just need to press button 1, and voila, it completes the step. But let's say that it actually wasn't true on the first line of code for a better example, so let's move on to the second line of code. This line asks if there is 1 white button and if there is more than 1 blue button. There is in fact 1 white button in my fuse box, but there is not more than 1 blue button, and to make this work you need both parts to be true, so this second line of code fails and we move on to C3. In C3, there is 3 components, so there needs to be no red button, W must equal 4 or 2, and lastly, S must be less than 4. So looking at my buttons, there is no red, so that first part's fine. W does equal 2, but our S value is not less than 4. So this line fails and we move on to C4, which is just simply press button 1 and you're good. So, I hope this guide makes it way easier to do this step, and if it did, be sure to leave a like. If you have any problems with this, be sure to leave a comment and we'll try to get back to you on that. And also, let us know what combination of colors you had. I think we can start building a big database of all these different combinations, and then you wouldn't even have to do these steps anyway. Anyway guys, thank you for watching, we'll see you in the next one.